Hi everyone again, Gary again. Just to update you from the other part one regarding arriving in Thailand and documents. This is part two regarding the quarantine situation when you arrive in Bangkok. The first one and the first video I did was probably a bit straight, not flexible. So this video I'm going to try to be a bit more animated, try to be a bit more like myself. So yeah, quarantine Thailand is 15 nights. 8 of those nights you will not be allowed to leave your room. The last 7 days or 7 nights you get to use the garden area for 1 hour a day, depending how many people are staying at the hotel. They cannot have more than 5 people in the garden at any one time for the COVID restrictions reasons. So yeah, 15 days is a long time. So you're going to need something to do. So bring some puzzles with you, word search, that kind of thing. If you do exercise, bring some of those elastic things that you can do some work in the room, because your body is going to start to shrink, and you know, you're going to need to do some kind of exercise in the first week. You know, 15 nights is equivalent to 360 hours. Even if you slept for half of that, it's still 180 hours you have to utilize in 2 weeks, or 90 hours in a week. When you arrive in Bangkok, you're not going to be able to buy any chocolates or any alcohol. All the duty free, all the shops in the airport are closed. So if you're going to want a drink, if you drink, then make sure you buy it either before you leave the UK or from Europe, put it in your suitcase, or if you're flying mid-station, Abu Dhabi, Qatar, Doha, Dubai, etc., buy from the duty free, but put in your hand luggage if you have one. It's unlikely they will check your bags when you arrive at the hotel, so you'll be able to have a tip pulling in the room if you need one. I didn't do it, and I wish I had. But in saying that, you know, it's probably not a bad thing, you know, going dry for 2 weeks. So just a little tip there: if you need if you want alcohol, make sure it's in your bag, or make sure you buy it in the mid station. You'll not be able to buy it in the Bangkok airport, because once you arrive in the Bangkok airport, basically from leaving the plane to leaving the airport, you are watched and inspected all the way. So you cannot just you know, nip off to the shop and buy it. There's no chance. So that's just a little tip for you. If you want the alcohol, obviously, for the word search, etc., again, you have to buy that from where you set off. They may have it in the airport mid station. I'm not sure. I've never looked. It's not so bad for me because I work on the computer, because I have my own business back in the UK, so I'm able to do work, which keeps me busy for at least 4 or 5 hours of the day. Anyway, which only leaves about 7-8 hours if you're sleeping for 12. Again, when you're going to book the hotel, and if you can, maybe you better check in that they have some English or European TV. You know, the hotel we're staying in, which is called the SC Park Hotel, is a great hotel. I'll show you around the room in a little while. But most of the TV channels are in Thai. So again, it's very hard to watch normal TV if you like to watch normal TV. I don't watch a lot of TV back home, so it doesn't really matter to me. Again, I've got my laptop. I can YouTube, you know, look at old photos, do my work, or whatever it may be. So you can get by. But if you don't have a laptop, it's not your thing. You know, I'm sure most people have got phones, but you can't spend 8 hours on your phone. One, for the first week, will keep you awake, so you will not sleep in the night. So you'll find yourself going to sleep in the day. So your body clock will be all messed up in that first week in quarantine. So you need to try and get your body used to the sleeping pattern as quickly as possible, once you reach Thailand. Every day in a quarantine, you have to do a temperature test in the morning, in the night, and you have to send to the doctor. Obviously, it should be around 36 degrees, between 35, 36.5, 37. If it's above that, then the doctor will come and see you, make sure everything is all right. So that you have to do in the morning, 8 o'clock ish, and around 5 o'clock. Twice a day, sent to the doctor. On the 6th day of your first week quarantine, you have to have a COVID-19 PCR test, and you will get the result back the following day. Assuming that your first test is negative, and all being well, it will be, because you should have had a PCR test only 3 days before you set off from whichever country. In my case is the UK. So if you catch COVID, between leaving, your home country and arriving in Bangkok, then you're very, very unlucky. Ours were negative. You will get a form from the hotel which confirms you are COVID-19 safe and SARS. This piece of paper you will also need when you exit the hotel, because here they are checking all the buses, all the taxis, transport of any kind. So for us Europeans, you will need to show this. This is the first one. Yesterday we had the second one, so I'm hoping we will get another one of these pieces of paper. We should get it today actually, which is the 7th of January 2021. So that's just to update you on the on what you will have to do once you get in quarantine. The food in the hotel is fine. It can get, it's quite repetitive, but you have a choice of 3 breakfast, 3 from breakfast, 3 from lunch, 3 from your evening meal. Sometimes you get juice, sometimes you get milk, and you do have the opportunity for them. They will go to 7-Eleven or the shop if you need your toothpaste, or you forget your toothbrush, or you want some crisps. But again, guys, alcohol is a no-go. They will not get alcohol for you. So again, if you want alcohol, make sure you bring it. Other than that, the first week you basically just have to manage. Watch TV, play your computer, play your phone. After you've got your first negative COVID result, you are eligible to go out of the room, like I said earlier in the video, into the garden area. Now there is a small video of the garden area on my videos, but I will just show you a view outside from the room. Again, in some of the rooms, I'm not sure if some of maybe the better hotels have balconies. I'm not sure they will, because they will not want you talking to the people on the next balcony for social distancing reasons. So I think most hotels will not have a balcony. So when you book your hotel, if you want a view of the pool or a view of the park rather than a view of a brick wall, then maybe you ask the hotel when you book, can you have a certain view of room. I asked for a view of the pool. Not that it makes life any better, because you just want to go in the pool, and you cannot use the pool even in the whole 15 days. The first week is okay because you're in your room, you've got your air conditioning. If you have air conditioning, you have your aircon, so you can keep cool. The second week, if you're like me, you want to go in the garden and you want to sit in the sun, you get hot, you really want to just jump in that nice cold pool, and you cannot. I guess it's like maybe wanting a beer or a chocolate, but you cannot have it. I will show you the pool, which is very, very nice, which I'm not going to be using at all, because after the 15 days here in quarantine, we are going up to a place called Nakhon Sawan, which is where we live, and there will be future videos on the progress of of Nakhon and our small town of a place called Chumtabong, where we will be renovating the current house. So there'll be videos every step of the way on life in the village in Thailand, and you can view them probably in about 10-12 days time from now. So I'm going to show you around this room. Regarding the room and the prices, to be honest, if you're going to spend a whole week in the first week in quarantine in your room, I don't really see the point in spending a lot of money on a room, because most rooms, as long as they've got a TV, they've got a nice, they've got a shower, maybe they've got a decent sized bed, and the bathroom is fine, it's clean, the towels are good. You can't do anything in the first 8 days, so why spend 100,000 baht for a 2-week stay in quarantine? I think we paid for this room at about 60,000 baht. It's more than enough. I know there are cheaper rooms for 40,000. I'm not sure what you're going to get for 40,000. Maybe the food standard is a bit less than what we're getting here. The food, like I say, is good. It's Thai food. You get American breakfast, soup in the evening, donuts sometimes. Some Thai cake. So there is a variety of food, which is more than enough. So again, depending on what you want to spend if you are going to come to Thailand and have to quarantine, I'm not sure it's worth spending money that you don't need to spend if you've got to spend a whole week in your room. So I'll just show you around this room, size of the room, the bed. We have a kettle, a microwave, and I'll show you the view from the window. Yeah, that's it for that. So I'll show you the room. Just give me a second while I reverse the camera, and I'll come back to you in a minute.